Hey baddies, welcome to my channel if you're new, and if you're not new, welcome back. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. As y'all may see from the title, today's video is sponsored by Glam. Now here's a little close-up of the polishes this company sent me. Now this company sent over gel polishes for me to share with you guys, so I'm going to be reviewing a few Glam gel polishes. So if you're interested in seeing what I think on these polishes, stay tuned. And not only will I be sharing my thoughts on these polishes, but I also went ahead and actually did a nail set using their polishes. Now this was my first time ever doing a full nail set with gel polishes. I normally work with acrylic, so please don't be too hard on me in the comments. You guys, this is my first time working with polishes. I tried, but I absolutely love the experience, and I definitely will be working with gel polishes more often, being that I absolutely love the colors this company sent me. So as you can see here, I'm actually taking out swatch sticks to actually apply the polishes on. Now this beautiful pink color you guys see me applying is called the Room Maker. I absolutely love this pink so much. It's so vibrant and it really just pops. Now this next polish you guys will be seeing me swatch is called Perfect White, and I feel like this name just fits so well with this polish. Honestly, this white is just the perfect white. It's not an off-white, it has no tint to it. This white is just so beautiful. Now this next polish is called Ballerina. This color is the perfect nude. Whenever I do my nails, my top two colors I normally go with, it's either a white or a basic nude, and this nude is just the perfect shade. I love this so much. I'm gonna stop it right here so you guys can actually see the color. Now here I'm just drilling my nail set you guys just see me have so that I can do a new nail set with the polishes this company sent me. So I'm just using my soak off bowls, and I'm going to soak off my nail set for about 15 to 20 minutes. Here I'm going to be applying press-on tips that I got from Amazon because I didn't want to keep these nails on. Now for this next step you can use a buffer, but I just actually went ahead and used my e-file because the buffer was kind of getting on my nerves, I'm not going to lie. Now for this nail set, I chose to go with the two colors Perfect White and Ballerina because I really wanted to do a French tip set. And along the way, I was starting to think my nails were a little too plain, so I went ahead and decided to add 3D flowers. I don't even know why I'm giving you guys a rundown on the steps like this is a tutorial. It's not a tutorial, but if you guys want a tutorial, let me know. But for the rest of the video, I'm just going to add subtitles, and now I'm going to tell you guys a little bit more about the company. So one of the many things that I absolutely love about Glam polishes is the fact that they leave the color of the polish on top, because sometimes you can't actually tell the color of the polish just by looking at the bottle, but with them you can just look at the top and be like, oh, you know, like I actually like this color, you know. Another thing I want to touch on really fast is the consistency of the polish. It wasn't sticky, too thick, or too thin. It was really easy to apply, and for this to be my first experience working with gel polishes, it was absolutely amazing. Their gel formula is also cruelty-free, nine-free, and vegan, which is a huge plus. Now here is a last look at these beautiful colors that were sent to me, and as a treat for you guys, they decided to give you a coupon code so that you can receive 30% off your purchases with them. Now before I close this out and get into the video, I just wanted to go ahead and thank Glam again for giving me this amazing opportunity to share these polishes with you guys. Now let's get right into this story time. Okay, so today I'm going to be telling you guys about the time my so-called friend was low-key obsessed with me. So I want to say back in like my senior year in middle school for our senior trip, we had went to this motel in Ocean City where we stayed at this hotel overnight. Now that's where the incident happened, and that's where me and the girl stopped talking to each other or whatever. But before I even get into that, let me just tell you guys about the first time I even noticed this girl was even obsessed with me. So the middle school I went to was a pretty big school. There was a lot of students in each grade level, so I didn't really know all the students that went there, just the ones that were in my homeroom, because you know I went to class with them every day. So one day this new girl, well, she wasn't really new, she was kind of new to me because I didn't know her. So because I never seen her around, I'm just calling her new, but her name for the rest of the video was gonna be Blue. So my first ever encounter with Blue was when she approached me during lunchtime and was like, hey, you're really pretty. And I was like, thank you so much, so are you? And she was like, no, like, you're really pretty. I'm in love with your hair, such and such and such. I've been looking at it for the past week, but I was scared to say anything. Like, oh my gosh, you're so pretty. You know, just gas me up, just keep giving me compliments and all that. And I'm like, oh, that's so nice of you to say. Thank you again. And, you know, I just went on about my day, just taking it as a regular compliment. Just went on about my day. So everything was normal. Classes had just ended and everything. And as I'm leaving class, I see the girl again for a second time. I see Blue again. And this time she's following behind me and my friend. And so my friend is like, yo, like, she's weird. Like, why is she staring at you like that? Because Blue was following me and she just kept staring at me, not saying anything to me. She was just staring. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I met her earlier and she kept telling me how pretty I was, but I really don't know. Like, I don't know this girl. So then we just decided to pair no mind and just continue walking home and going on about our day. So when we get on the train, we see that the girl is still following us, which was hella weird. So I woke up to her and I'm like, why are you following me and my friend? Like, we both think it's weird and you're making us very uncomfortable. So then she's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. I just think that you're really pretty, that's all. And in my head, I'm like, okay, like, why does she keep mentioning that I'm pretty? Like, I'm all for compliments and all, but only to a certain extent. And at that point, it coming from her was just really, really weird. So I'm like, thanks, but is there a reason why you keep telling me that? So then she's like, nah, there's not a reason. That's just my opinion. So then she's like, oh, can we be friends? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So I'll call my friend back over, and then all three of us just start talking. Then from that day on, we all became friends. So then, yeah, over time, we just became really close. Like, out of the blue, we just became really close because we started to hang out a lot with each other after school or like during lunch. So here's when stuff started to go downhill. So I started to think my friend was low-key obsessed with me during this. So one day during lunchtime, like, these group of boys kept looking over at the table that me and Blue were sitting at. So in my head, I'm like, why do they keep looking at me? Like, what do they want? Like, what is it? So one of the boys sitting at the table approaches me and asks me if I wanted to go to the dinner with him that we were supposed to go to during our senior trip. So I'm like, yeah, you know, sure, why not? Because it's not like I had planned to go with anybody. So I told him yes. And plus, he seemed chill. So I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? So after he asked me, I noticed Blue started to act really, really different. Like, she had an attitude with me the entire lunch period. She wouldn't speak to me at all. So I'm like, Blue, what's wrong? Like, did I do something? And she would just ignore me and not say anything to me. So when school was finished and we're walking home together, because we always walk home together, like, every day, ever since we got close. So she tells me, you know, she's like, oh, you know I'm mad at you. And I'm like, what? Like, no, I don't. Like, that's why I've been asking you all day. And she's like, you know I wanted to go to the dinner with you. And in my head, I'm like, did I miss a season or something? Like, what is she talking about? She's like, you know I wanted to go to the dinner with you. You know that I like you. And you let Jacob ask you instead. That's not the boy's real name, y'all. That's just the makeup name. So his name's going to be Jacob. So come to find out, Blue was jealous that Jacob had asked me to the dinner because she had liked me all along. That's why she wasn't talking to me during lunch. That's why she was ignoring me, because she's so-called like me. So then I'm like, Blue, you never told me you wanted to go with me. That's why I said yes to Jacob. And when did you like me? Like, you never mentioned anything about liking me before. So where is this coming from? Like, I don't know if she got the wrong impression by me becoming friends with her, but she must have. Then, y'all, she just started to get real angry. Like, this was the angriest I ever seen Blue get. She's like, all along, I've been going above and beyond for you just for you to betray me like this. I'm not going to let that happen. You can't go with him. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm going with him regardless. Like, you cannot stop me. So then she was like, fine, whatever. Just forget I said anything. You're going to regret you did that, blah, blah, blah. Just going off on me. So after that happened, y'all, we became cool again. She apologized and everything. I accepted her apology and we were friends again. So now, on the day of our senior trip, I noticed that Jacob wasn't talking to me. I tried texting him because, mind you, we were supposed to be going to the dinner together. So I'm trying to text him to ask him if he's ready for today and everything. And turns out that he had blocked me. And the way I could tell was because none of my messages were going through. So I'm like, that's weird. Like, why would he just stop texting me out of the blue after we've been texting this whole week, literally planning out our outfit for the dinner and everything? So when I seen him when we got to the motel, I'm like, why aren't you talking to me? I asked him, you know, like, why aren't you talking to me? Why'd you stop talking to me? you don't feel like going to the dinner with me anymore? He was like, nah, your friend told me that you had a girlfriend, so I distanced myself. Don't you think you should have told me that when I asked you? When I tell y'all, my heart dropped to the bottom of my butt. I mean that. Like, I was so shocked, y'all. I couldn't even speak. I felt so embarrassed, betrayed, just everything all in one. Like, the fact that my so-called friend was obsessed with me was so freaking scary. Like, I didn't even know what to say to him, so I just walked away. I was so freaking embarrassed, y'all. Like, I would say that's the most embarrassing moment of my life. That's when I go to my teacher and I asked her to switch my room that I was supposed to be staying in with Blue, because I didn't want to be in the same room with her at all. So they ended up changing my room, and I avoided all contact with her for the whole night. I was so upset. I did not want to speak to that girl at all. I didn't respond to her texts, her calls, nothing. She was texting me and calling me the whole night, y'all, like on some stalker stuff. She kept trying to get in contact with me after she did that. So the next day, the actual day of the dinner, me and my friends are sitting at the table, and everyone is just looking at me, laughing and whispering. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, do I look ugly today or something? Like, because I kind of didn't like the dress that I picked out. So I'm thinking everyone's laughing at the way I'm looking. But I'm like, what? Like, so I'm just hella confused. Everyone just keeps laughing and whispering at me. So I'm like, bro, like, I can't look that bad. Like, it has to be something else. But that's what I was thinking, because I couldn't think of anything else they would be saying about me. So my friend, we're going to call her Maya. So Maya pulls me to the side and she's like, did you send a picture to somebody? And I'm like, picture? Like, what do you mean picture? She's like, there's a picture of you that got airdropped to everyone. That's why they're laughing at you. So I'm like, what picture? So when she showed me the picture, I automatically knew who airdropped the picture. The picture that was going around was the same picture Blue took with me. She just cropped out the picture to make it look like I was taking pictures of myself in a bathing suit. It was me and her in a bathing suit, y'all, but the picture only had showed me in the bathing suit. So that's when I actually realized, like, this girl was literally obsessed with me. Like, I was so embarrassed and confused on how I could even become friends with a person like this. Like, I was so freaking shocked. Like, and I was scared to tell the teacher or principal because I didn't want to get in trouble or nothing, because Blue was hella manipulative. So I was afraid that they would believe her over me. But anyways, when I got back from the trip, I literally cried all night. I didn't go to school for, I think, like 5 days because I was so embarrassed. I think I made up this lie to my mom, like, oh, I was sick and she had let me stay home. But I refused to go to school because literally the entire 8th grade knew about it. And if some people didn't know what was happening, trust me, the next day everybody ended up knowing. So me and Blue had never spoken again. I never spoke to her again. And yeah, that's pretty much the story about the time my so-called friend was obsessed with me. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. Make sure to comment down below any more story times y'all want to hear. I'm also thinking about doing like a back to school series, like maybe posting back to school hairstyles or back to school outfits, because I know y'all want to see more content other than nail content. I just haven't really had the time to edit and put those videos out yet. But make sure y'all stay tuned because those videos will definitely be out very, very soon. Also, let me know if you guys want to see me post more nail work, but separate videos dedicated to me doing nail sets of my own, because I know a few of you have been asking me to upload that, but I haven't really had the time. But if y'all want to see it, I definitely will make sure to upload them. Before this video closes out, be sure to give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to comment down below any more videos you guys want to see from me, and most importantly, be sure to subscribe. Bye, baddies. See y'all in the next video.